All right, so we're diving into Muse today by Amanda Hocking, a world full of magic, and it's got, a bit of that forbidden romance thing going on. We got excerpts, by the way, so no spoilers, but just enough to, pique your interest, hopefully.
The thing that struck me was the whole muse concept. They're not just these like delicate inspirations for art. They actually like conduct magic, real magic, affecting luck, fortune, the whole nine yards.
Yeah, it's like they're like Lucky Charms, but human.
Yeah.
All that extra magic stuff.
Okay.
And then there's Isadore, our protagonist. She's a young muse, lives with her mom, Adora. And Adora, she's quite the ambitious one.
Definitely. She's really pushing Isadore, especially with this Balefire festival coming up. It's a big deal. But yeah, her methods are not questionable, to say the least. Makes you wonder if it's really support or just, appearances.
Right. And the book kind of shows us this through like little snippets of dialogue between them. And let me tell you, some of the things Adora says, yikes. Isadore's prepping for this huge event. The queen's going to be there, and her mom's worried about her looking bloated. Seriously.
It's this constant undermining, of Isadore's independence.
Yeah.
It makes you ask, does Adora even want her to be happy? Or is it all about controlling Isadore's life, her choices?
Yeah, it's like living vicariously through her daughter or something.
Hmm.
But then we meet Soren. Soren Tomoleo. He's the enchanter for the festival. And well, he's not just skilled. He's, easy on the eyes too. And there are these hints, little hints, of a forbidden romance kind of brewing between him and Isadore. What's the deal with that?
Well, in this world, they have the regula, basically their rule book for magic and stuff, and it strictly forbids, like, any romance between muses and enchanters. So you've got this instant tension, right, this pull between them, but with serious consequences if they cross that line.
Juicy. So we got a talented muse trying to find her voice, a controlling mom stirring the pot, and a forbidden romance simmering. What more could you ask for?
Oh, there's more, much more. Hocking, she really paints this vivid picture, especially of the Balefire Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a grand ballroom, everyone's buzzing, all these muses, gowns, jumpsuits, ready to conduct magic.
You can totally feel that atmosphere in the book, right? And there's this scene where Soren's guiding Isadore's magic, pushing her. Brighter, brighter, he says, and her roses, they practically glow. It gives you a sense of just how potent muses are.
It's a synergy, you see, between muses and enchanters. They work together, boosting each other's abilities, and boom, these amazing displays of magic.
So it's not just the romance, huh? There's this whole system, rules, rituals. Like, what's with this hallucination thing? It sounds intense.
Ah, yeah, the hallucination. It's where warlocks, basically enchanters gone kind of dark side, they drink magic from muses. It's not a pleasant thing. Feels exploitative even. Makes you question the whole power dynamic between them.
Okay, that's a little creepy, not gonna lie. Curious to see how that plays out, though. But back to Adora for a sec. She's really pushing for Isadore to work with Soren again for this event in Sudamon, the Asheralita conduction.
Right, the Ashalanida. It's huge for muses. A chance to really show off their skills, attract powerful patrons. Like, it's their time to shine.
Yeah, makes sense. But here's the thing, right? Adora goes behind Isadore's back.
Yeah.
Like full-on manipulates Soren into taking Isadore for the Asheralita. And then, get this, she scolds Isadore for having just one glass of wine after her performance. Is this woman for real?
It's all manipulation, isn't it? It shows how Adora sees Isadore's talent as a means to an end, social clamming, even if it means sacrificing Isadore's happiness, her own choices.
Yeah, it's almost like Adora's scared of her having any freedom. You gotta control the image, the interactions, everything.
Exactly. And it makes you think, are these Adora's ambitions? Or is she, projecting her own unfulfilled dreams onto Isadore?
And poor Soren, caught in the middle. You can tell he's impressed by Isadore, her talent. But he's not comfortable with Adora, with all her meddling.
It's a tightrope walk for him. Growing attraction to Isadore, but professional boundaries. And then there's the overbearing mother. Recipe for disaster.
Oh, yeah. But on the other hand, we see Isadore. She's trying to stand on her own 2 feet. She even suggests traveling to Sudamon alone. And guess what? Adora agrees. It's like a tiny crack in that control she has.
Interesting, right. That decision to travel alone, it's a turning point. Isadore's wanting to break free, make her own choices. The question is, can she really escape Adora's influence?
That's the big question, isn't it? And so Isadore heads off to Sudamon, this desert kingdom, a whole new world of challenges, possibilities. We'll have to see what awaits her there in the next part of our deep dive.
Stay tuned. There's plenty more magic, intrigue, and romance to uncover in Muse. Back again with Muse. And last time, we left Isadore, heading off to Lamida, remember? A whole kingdom, gifted by Adora to the king, no less. What do you think she's feeling going to this new place?
Right. Not exactly a vacation, is it?
Yeah.
But Lamita Trap, it does sound kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
All whimsical and colorful, like the opposite of those strict formal places we've seen so far.
Oh yeah, total contrast. When Isadore arrives at the palace, she describes these vibrant tapestries with like mythical creatures doing all sorts of crazy stuff, unicorns jousting peacocks, It's a place where, well, imagination rules.
Okay, that does sound pretty enchanting, but there's always a catch, right? So Isadore has to perform for the king, but his request, aerial silks. And remember, she's terrified of heights.
Brilliant move by Hocking. Throw Isadore into this challenge, right? Face your fears, literally. And with Adora out of the picture, she's got to rely on herself, her own strength.
Classic coming of age, right? Sink or swim.
Yeah.
And it makes you root for her even more, No mom hovering, no meddling.
Exactly. And we see her struggling with the silks, the whole situation. It's relatable, even if, well, most of us aren't dangling from silk ribbons way up high.
Speaking of relatable, there's this hilarious scene. Isadore at a banquet. Mountains of, pastel pastry, sweets everywhere. And she's craving something savory. Even the veggies are glazed with sugar.
Lamita, in a nutshell, right. Over the top, whimsical, even the food is a spectacle. And amidst all that sugar chaos, there's Rowan Frost, another muse. He ends up, well, sitting next to Isadore.
Rowan, charming, supportive, encouraging her with the silks. I'm sensing maybe a little romance here.
The attraction's definitely there. And Rowan, he's kind, genuine. He seems interested in Isadore, not just her talent or connections.
But hold on. Muses aren't supposed to date other muses, right?
Yeah.
More rule-breaking.
Seems so. And remember Baxley, that bad experience she had. Controlling, abusive. She's got to be cautious.
Makes you wonder if she'll let her guard down, let Roman in.
Yeah.
But while Isadore's figuring that out, her friend Renly, well, she's got her own situation. Prima Musa, remember. But then she starts flirting with the king.
Unexpected turn, right.
Yep.
Renly, always so reserved, she's drawn to King Asmund. And boom, this whirlwind romance.
Fairy tale stuff. But even with magic, there are consequences. Renly's worried. Family name, the court, all that pressure.
Love versus duty, huh? Adds another layer to Isadore's journey. Her friend's in this high-stakes relationship, and she's dealing with her own feelings for Rowan.
It's like they're both learning, following your heart, even when it leads you down a less conventional path. And Lamita itself, it encourages that, wouldn't you say? The Dandy Days procession. Giraffes, banners, the king up high. It's vivid.
And so different from the Magik Tribunal, right? Lamita, it's all possibility, imagination. Makes you wonder, will it influence Isadore?
There's this scene, the Night Labyrinth. It captures that feeling perfectly. Glowing pebbles, moonflowers, music, like stepping into a dream.
And that's where her connection with Rowan, it deepens. They talk, they share these looks, you can feel it.
But you also get the sense that Isadore is holding back. After Baxley, it's understandable.
It's a process, right? Healing, trusting. It's not just magic in new worlds. It's about Isadore finding herself again.
And as Dandy Days ends, things seem good. Great performance, Renly's happy, but then Kalida, Adora, and she is furious.
Oh, yeah. The missed opportunity with Herve, the warlock, and Soren, of course. It's explosive. And, well, Isadore gets picked out. Her own home.
Talk about drama. And to top it off, Soren, summoned by the tribunal. The Enchanter's Oath, they say he broke it because of Isadore.
It's all crashing down, huh? Personal, professional, everything tangled up in these rules, these consequences.
Back for more Muse. And things are getting, well, pretty intense. Last time, remember, Isadore kicked out and Soren facing the Magik Tribunal. It's a mess.
It really shows you, how their relationship, it's clashing with this whole system, these rules, banishment, losing their magic. It's serious stuff.
No kidding. And Adora, well, she's gone full-on villain mode. Shows up at Soren's place middle of the night, accusing him of, taking advantage of Isadore. Like, she can't handle her daughter having any say in her own life.
It's tough to watch. Isadore, stuck between her mom's accusations and Soren, who's genuinely worried about her. Remember, he offered her his guest flat, a safe place, and Adora twists it into something bad.
Makes you wonder, what's with Adora? Control? Or is it something else? There's this moment, she mentions King Marcel of Sudamon being interested in Isadore. Like, is she playing some long game here? Trying to, I don't know, secure a powerful match or something?
It's the pressure, right, on muses, especially those without a big family name. Adora, she's all about climbing that social ladder, even if it means Isadore's not happy. Makes you think, are these really her ambitions? Or just like her own dreams she never got to live?
But Isadore's not putting up with it anymore. She stands up to her mom, finally. No more manipulations. Like, she's breaking free.
Yeah.
At least emotionally.
Yeah, a big moment, figuring out her own worth, choosing Soren, even with all the risks.
And those risks, huge. The tribunal, they don't mess around. Soren's researching like crazy, legal precedents, the whole deal. Trying to figure out how to, defend their love without getting them both in deeper trouble.
And he doesn't deny it. His feelings for Isadore, he says it right out, I'm in love with her, even though they could use it against him. That's real.
Bold move, especially with how strict the regula is. But amidst all that, there are these little lighter moments. Zinni Russo, remember, designing Isadore's gown for the SAM&PAM festival. She gives her this advice. The gown is not a disguise. Be yourself, basically.
Right. It's not just about the rules or Adora. It's about Isadore finding her own voice.
And Serena, Soren's sister.
Yeah.
Enchantress, too. She's got his back, but she sees it, how real their feelings are, like having a cool magic ally.
Serena, she represents a different kind of power. Wise, understanding. She sees past the rules, recognizes that love can change things.
The book, it pulls you in. You can feel the excitement building. Isadore describing her gown, raven feathers, intricate work. And Soren, he's smitten, totally. Even with the tribunal hanging over them, their connection, it's strong.
Yeah, it shows that even when things are tough, love, joy, it finds a way.
And then, bam, Baxley Cole. Isadore's ex. Controlling, abusive, shows up at SAM&PAM. Awful timing, right? We get these flashbacks, their relationship, and he hasn't changed one bit.
Baxley, he's like a reminder of the dark side of this world. Abuse, manipulation, even among the muses.
Like he represents everything holding Isadore back. From being free, happy.
Exactly. He threatens everything she's worked for, forces her to face that past trauma head on.
And Soren. He loses it. Unleashes his magic, protects Isadore. No way he's letting anyone hurt her. You can feel the anger, the protectiveness.
It's a turning point, that whole confrontation. The tribunal, they see it now. How deep their love is. No more secrets. It's out in the open.
And Soren, in front of everyone, declares his love for Isadore. Mic drop moment.
He's not just defending himself. He's challenging the whole system, the Enchanter's oath, saying love shouldn't be punished.
And Isadore, she doesn't hesitate. She loves him too. Standing together against everyone trying to tear them apart.
Courage, conviction. And you know what? It starts to change things. Some of the tribunal, they start questioning the oath, talking about precedents, true love, right there in the regula.
It's like a shift is happening. Even Queen Crizelle, she's not sure what to do. And then, bam, the excerpt ends. No resolution.
That's the fun of it, right? We've given you a taste, a glimpse into Muse, but the ending, that's up to you to discover. Will love win? You gotta read it to find out.
So if you want magic, romance, a little bit of rebellion, Muse is definitely worth a read. Makes you question the rules, root for the underdog, and, well, believe in love, even when it seems impossible.
We hope this deep dive, it's made you curious, left you wanting more. And hey, if you do read Muse, let us know what you think. Until next time, happy reading.